Time for the 49ers Rush Podcast. And here's your host, John Chapman.
What is going on, faithful? It is absolutely incredible to be with you guys today. I'm seeing the countdown crew. All the hashtag CCs are already in the building. That is what's up. What's going on, Matthew? I see Brian in there. Lots of great people. What's up, Mosquito Killer? I got a fun show for you guys today. Now, we're not traveling this week, so I get to do kind of a bonus show, which I really, really like. And so today's going to be all the things that you aren't seeing in the topics and articles written. We finished all of our film work from offense to defense. Still have a special teams breakdown. But I wanted to dive into a whole bunch of different topics that I'm just not seeing being talked about, whether on social media or different articles that stood out to me that I think we can take a lot away from. We're going to go through top 5 ranks for the offense and defense after week 1, small sample size. But I think that it tells a really, really good story on the way in which the 49ers want to win and how they executed it very well through week 1. Now, we still have 16 more slices to go. Want to say thank you to Jax. What's up? She says, happy birthday, John. Enjoy your day. That's right, man. 2 days apart. She's Virgo. What's up? Happy early birthday to you. Yeah, today's the birthday, baby. The big 4-1. That's what I'm talking about. But more importantly than that, this is episode 954. Well, we've been going along for a long time, man, which is awesome. And I love it. Josh says, doing a show on your birthday, good man. I tell people this all the time. I want to do this. Like, this is, yeah, it's a job and, whatever, but I created this job and my wife made me this awesome birthday breakfast and we ate before she took the kiddo to school today. And man, the kiddo asked me, how you feeling about things? And I was like, I feel like I created the life I wanted and I feel very, very thankful. And I absolutely love the way things are going. And I love my job. I love spending every day with you guys, whether it's football season or not. But yeah, I'm pumped. I'm excited to be here, man. And so thank you for all the birthday wishes. Very, very kind of you guys. Couldn't agree more. Enjoyed a day off during the week. That's what's up. Appreciate you guys. Now, as we get through this, and again, I want to kind of do 2 different things. So I want to spend the first half on the offense, and then I want to spend the second half on the defense. I want to total all their top 5 ranks across the NFL. And then after that, I want to dive into some of the players that I thought stood out, positive or negative, that perhaps we're not paying as much attention to that we should. What's up, Tim Ford? How we doing, man? And I just really do think, yeah, Ed, everybody's talking about CMC, so I'm not going to dive too much into that. He's incredible. He's played, I think it's 14 games. He's averaged over 100 yards and 14 touchdowns, and we've gone 13-1 since we have traded for CMC. Yeah, it's pretty special what he's done. Devin says, yo, that hat is fire. Thank you. This is for the audio listeners, it's the SF in front of the California state outline with all that in there. Yeah, love it, love it, love it. Appreciate this. Kiddo me this. Love it. What's up, Kevin? How we doing, man? Train wreck. He says, holy smack. Happy birthday, my friend. That is correct. And Mike C bringing out the colorful language. Happy birthday. Thank you guys. Really do appreciate as always. And if you guys want to give me a birthday present, I want you to hit that subscription button and that thumbs up button. That's what I want for my birthday. Support the show. Let's get some more people in here because I want more people part of this community. That's what we do. Love all the birthday wishes. You guys are the absolute best. Okay, so here we go. Let's dive in. Now, injury report, there's one person. One. Dre Greenlaw missed practice yesterday with the groin issue. Speaking of birthdays. And yeah, this is something we're going to have to watch. I thought Dre Greenlaw played incredible. But if he is out, you bump Oren Burks from Sam to Will, which, Burks, he played like 8 plays. He was solid. He didn't play a lot. We stayed in nickel predominantly the whole time. But Oren Burks played well, small sample size. And then you'd bring DFF to Sam. But you'd be missing a very, very large piece of the puzzle that makes this defense great. Dre Greenlaw made some big plays. Trent Williams did not practice either, just designated a rest day, was not an injury or anything along those lines. And so, yeah, that's huge in and of itself. So Trent Williams going to get rest days like crazy this year. Just understand, he might not practice any Wednesday the entire season. Just keep him fresh. That's kind of the whole goal there. Quick question real quick from Quinn. What are the Niners going to do with all that money that they have gotten from redoing the contracts? The 49ers currently have the most cap space in the entire NFL. Oh, 40 million, which is just crazy. Now, why is that the case? Well, they restructured and they have basically said, we're keeping this unit together for at least the next couple years. Now you have options. I know a lot of people out there were like, oh, we're trading for Brian Burns. We're trading for, these big pieces. Who else did I see out there? The Raiders guy, Chandler Jones, all that stuff. I don't think any of those things are happening. I think this gives the 49ers a parachute and an option. If something goes bad through injury, through whatever, and you miss a stud, now you can go get a stud. Very similar how they traded for CMC last year or some of the, Emmanuel Sanders. So now you have options. I don't think the 49ers are actively pursuing doing that until maybe a team is clearly in sell mode, and then that opportunity could present itself. But right now it's just wait and see. You've got everything's good. We got to wait and see. With what Drake Jackson did, I'm not quite sure we need to trade for an edge. We might have already got the answer in-house, but we don't know. So let's just see how it goes. Let's don't push it too much, and let's just kind of sit back and just wait. Now, if the opportunity presents itself, you have that chance to jump in there and get that big-time player. But if you don't, you can just roll all that forward to next year's cap space. And then everybody that was talking about, oh, you can't pay everybody, can't pay everybody. Now they can pay everybody. So the 49ers have options. They're definitely not in like dire straits or desperate to do any of those things. So Quinn, I really wish, and I know probably if I just said the Niners are trading for player X, my views would go through the roof, but I don't want to be authentic with you guys. I want to be real. And I don't think that's the way that this 49ers team is going to go. If you had to ask me, okay, you got to do something with this money right now, I'm going after a nickel. I think that's the biggest weakness of this team. I thought Ambry Thomas on the outside was suspect at best. I think that Isaiah Oliver, when he came in the second half, was suspect at best. I don't think either one of them played very, very well. Now, it's a half of football for both, but that's the biggest weakness for me. I know a lot of people would say right tackle, not me. I counted 12 plays where in pass pro where, and I might have missed one or two or whatever. I counted 12 plays in pass pro where you had our right tackle, Colton McKivitz, one-on-one with TJ Watt. That's 12 too many, but he went 9-3. And on one of those sacks, quarterback should have stepped up, got rid of the ball, whatever else. So was it good? No. But I'm not ready to say we're done with our right tackle. I do not believe that, personally. Still looking. Thank you so much for the super chat. Very, very kind and generous. He says, birthday wishes, my guy. See you next Thursday. Oh, I'm pumped about that. Yes, next Thursday, we got our first home tailgate of the season. And I am excited, man. We are going to be out in the blue lot, having a good time. Go get your tickets. 49ers Rush road trip. And again, I'm excited. Unlimited food, beer, liquor. We got games. We got TVs out there. We'll have the old Niners game on. We'll have highlights on. We're going to be having a good time. It's just going to be a blast. The wifey gets to come out to this one, which I'm super excited about. We are over in the blue lot right by the Democracy Way exit, right up against the fence on Democracy Lane. You'll see the flags and all that stuff. Here's a big picture of me holding the flag. You'll see them up. We've got 11 games left. Pittsburgh went great. And we've got 11 more to go, which is awesome. So if you're coming out to party with the 49ers, come join us, 49ersrushroadtrip.com. And hey, my man Eric Eric Meisner, man, shout out to him, our IG guy. He made us a little video from what Pittsburgh looked like. So here you go. We had a blast this past weekend. Going to 49ers games is awesome. But what's even better than that is going to 49ers games with the faithful, joining the community. And we got you covered. The 49ers Rush Road Trip is going into its 4th year of bringing the faithful together. Night before parties, tailgates the day of. We got you covered. Go get your tickets at 49ersrushroadtrip.com. Go see the full list of all 12 games, both home and away, that we will be working on. And remember, every single event we do is family friendly. 49ersrushroadtrip.com. And remember, 18 and under gets in free to any event we throw, period, with a ticketed adult. We're trying to build the faithful of tomorrow. What's up, Diego? He says, haven't caught a live show in a while. Glad to be back. Glad you're here, man. Really want you here. Ed, he said, let's extend Aiyuk with it. You know, that's one thing I'm not quite sure how I want to approach that. I mean, Aiyuk isn't going anywhere. I tweeted out yesterday, like, anybody saying, oh, we can't pay Aiyuk, like, you're not paying attention. And 2, Shanahan finally got his wide receiver 1, which there's lots of wide receiver 1s in the NFL, but not guys that are pancaking people out there in the running game. Aiyuk is the exact thing that Kyle Shanahan wants in his wide receiver 1 in that X role. I just cannot see him letting go. And it's funny because I feel like there's like a Venn diagram somewhere. Ed, I'm with you. Like people that complain about Kyle Shanahan missing on first round picks and people that are complaining about we can't pay Aiyuk. It's the same damn people. And you complain about first round picks. Well, we hit one. This is Aiyuk. This is a hit. And they're the same people that are saying, oh, we can't pay him. I don't understand. I feel like some people just want to be angry and upset. And I get that. There's a place for you there. It's called social media, which I love social media, but I try my hardest not to take part in like the sad whatever fests. It's what it is. But yeah, I want Aiyuk to stay. I don't think he's going anywhere. That just does not compute. Does not compute. Austin, he says, happy birthday. You're a true OG working on your born day. That's right. Game of Thrones reference. I like that. Strong, quite strong. I drink and I know things. John, what are your thoughts on Ambry Thomas? I thought he was bad. I thought he was 2 blown coverages I saw. And I don't think that he was bad as Isaiah Oliver. I would prefer him. I prefer Womack to both of them. I want Womack as my starting nickel. I want Quantrez Knight as my backup nickel. That's my own personal take. Niners do not agree with me there, and that is okay. That is okay. Rams guard versus Hargrave and Armstead, rookie guard, Rams rookie guard, is going to be exciting. Yeah, Stafford didn't get hit once last week, not once, and that's going to change this week. Brian says, hey, did you see that 5-2 defense with Armstead, Hargrave, Kinlaw in the middle? I'm pretty sure that was the front they used when Fred blew up Najee. Oh, it was awesome. They came out, I think it was right the first drive in the second half. They came out and went 22 personnel, 12 personnel. The Steelers did, 1 back, 2 tight ends. And yeah, we went 5-2. Yeah, it was bad. Kinlaw had a good game, guys. Kinlaw had a good game. I don't know what else to say there. That's just what it is. What's up, Melissa? Always great to see you. Appreciate your positivity. That's what's up. That's what's up. So let's jump in. Let's do this. I got to get through some of these notes. Keep tagging me. I'm running solo today. And so if you guys want a question talked about, just tag me. We'll get to it closer towards the end of the episode if that's cool with you guys. Much appreciated. Oh, we got a super chat. No way. Flynn, what's up, man? He says, happy birthday, John. Have a beer on me, my dude. Thank you. Much appreciated. Means the world to me. And yes, that will go to the correct area. The funds will be designated for such things as you have determined. And I appreciate that, man. So let's talk offense. I went through and, there's several different sites. Pro Football Reference is my favorite. You've got, our football lads, like all kinds of different things that just kind of chart these different categories and all those things. Well, what's up, Matthew? How you doing, man? And so I wanted to see where they sit. 32 teams, so 1 through 32, where they were top 5. Okay, so here we go. It's a lot. Total yards, 4th in the NFL. This is after 1 week now. First downs, 5th. Passing touchdowns, 4th. Passing interceptions, 1st. No interceptions there. Rush attempts, 5th. Rush yards, 3rd. Yards per rush, 3rd. And right there, I got all these asterisks of things I want to talk about for an hour. If the 49ers can run the ball as much as they did and as efficient as they did, there's 2 ways to run the ball. Run the ball a lot, rest your defense. And you even heard Trent Williams saying, man, we were kind of pulling for the Steelers to get a first down because the offensive line was so damn tired because they weren't getting any first downs on the opposing side. The offense was on the field the whole damn game, especially the first half. But if you run the ball that much, Shanahan's going to win a lot of games. But if you run the ball that efficiently, Shanahan's are going to win in a lot of games. If you run the ball that much and that efficiently, holy freaking cow. There's going to be games where you can't run the ball. And this week against, the Rams, week 2, division opponent, they were the first one that did that 6-man front against the 49ers. They're the first one. They laid the blueprint for, hey, we got to make Shanahan pass. We're going to see it this week. There is no doubt about it. When they're drawing up all their stuff and, doing all the Ram stuff, we're doing our full preview Ram show tomorrow. That'll be our Friday show, which that's my flagship program of the week. I freaking love that thing. So Coach Cruz, he's building all that stuff up there, and I'm going to be adding a whole bunch to it. So be ready for tomorrow. But I'm telling you right now, the game plan's there. These are little brothers, a little brother, big brother. 49ers are big brother. Beat the tar out of the, we've lost once to the Rams. That's it. And it was probably the most important, which that's fair. But they know how they want to defend Kyle Shanahan's offense. And it is predicated upon the 49ers not being able to run efficiently against those fronts. Now, in the past, that's worked because their quarterbacks have just played very poorly, and they've been able to pull some games out. But I don't know, man. You run the ball this well this often, they're going to be doing some great things. That's all I got to say. Drives ending and scores, 5th. Starting field position, 4th. A lot of that's defense and special teams. Time per drive, 5th. So time of possession. 3rd down percentage, 5th. 4th down percentage, 1st. We're 100% on 4th downs currently. Only did it once. I just think, though, that's it. That's the end of the ranks for the offense. And I think, will you stay top 5 in all of those things? Probably not. However, if you just look at the time when CMC and Purdy were in last year, that's pretty damn accurate to what they did. And so, I don't know, man. I really think this offense is it's humming right now. It really, really is. Oh, I got the Feliz Cumpleaños. Thank you so much, Melissa. Appreciate that. Yeah, very, 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 very kind. Very kind. Right here, what's up, Brian? He says, is anyone buying that Shanahan left all his dudes in late because he was seeing the ghost from Lions year past? He came out and said he was. And, you've got the Lions game as a reminder, but so is 28-3. This dude was the guy. And so, yeah, that's a thing. That is a thing. And I don't like it. I get it. You learn from your mistakes, but also learn from your injuries. You got to win games. But I know that CMC's on pace for 375 touches this year. I also know if CMC has 375 touches, the odds of him missing games, I'm going to put at about 30-40%. I mean, he's going to miss games. That's just way too much work. But, yeah, we'll see. You got to get the W. We got the W. We showed out. Oh, man, Josh. First off, Josh, I want to say thank you. He did all the trivia from this past weekend, which was really, really cool. I want to say thank you. Everybody had a blast. We brought 20 autographed jerseys to Pittsburgh. We came back with 0. We had a ball, man. And hopefully some of those memories for the people that won those jerseys and had a good time, man, hopefully bring somebody some happiness and some good memories and develop some fans in the future. Josh says Aaron Banks balled out. This was one of the things that I wanted to talk about. I really do believe Aaron Banks is closer to an all-pro than Laken Tomlinson ever was already. We're in year 3. Year 1, he didn't play. Last year was his first year starting, was great. This year, 0 quarterback hits, 0 hurries, 0 pressures, 0 sacks. Clean stat sheet. His run blocking was up and down a little bit, but there were a few plays because, like, his number one thing is he doesn't get to the second level. He doesn't move near as well as anybody else on this team. Brindle, Trent Williams, Burford, Colton McKivitz. The slowest mover, the least athletic is Aaron Banks. But his body looks different. Is he up there with those other guys? I don't think so, but he got to the second level much more consistently than I saw him do at any point last year. And this is only his second year starting. I don't know, man. I am Aaron Banks. I think it's Trent Williams, Aaron Banks, and then the other 3. That's the way I see it currently. And I think Aaron Banks is closer to Trent Williams' level of play than he is the other 3. That's just my take. It's after one game. And again, I'll say this. If you listen to our flagship show, whatever I was previewing everything, I said Adams, their nose tackle, we're going to take advantage of. And Aaron Banks beat that dude's rear end. Think about all the big runs right up the middle. A lot of those were Aaron Banks. A lot of them. Now, they're all complex, and there's lots of guys that got to do it. But, man, I'm pretty big on Aaron Banks. And while we're there, let's stick to the interior. Jake Brindle. All right, what was Jake Brindle's MO all last year? Good pass protector, struggles in the run. He's antithetical to the Shanahan system. That dude made some run blocks where I was like, okay, moving some people. A little bit of a road grader, and that's against an odd front of 3-4 with the nose tackle. Big old Hardy dude in front of him. Wasn't a good player, Adams. And we took advantage of it, but I was pretty pumped. And if you watch the film breakdowns with this last year, I was always frustrated because Brindle just left so much to be wanting. Whenever you really looked at the run game, that's just not where he did well. That's just where he did well. Scott, real quick, just off topic. I don't usually like talking about these things, but I think it's important. He said, any word on Stetson Bennett? He says a rumor, but he gets dropped. I hope it was BS. Yeah, Stetson Bennett, it's an NFI. They kind of released him. They moved on, and they said, we want to just be considerate of him and his privacy and all those things. Whenever you guys see personal matter, and again, this is just the way that I handle that, assume the worst, hope for the best. Don't speculate. Don't do those things. And, man, imagine how hard these players work to get to the NFL, to the point where you spent literally decades of your whole life sacrificing so much to get there, and then you get there and you have to walk away. That's terrifying and heartbreaking. And I'm not a Stetson Bennett guy. I'm not a Rams guy. But, man, I really, really do hope that all's okay, and we just pull for that dude. Again, I don't like Stetson Bennett. Really, really don't. I like Georgia. Grew up, spent every summer I had in my life in Georgia. My families are in Georgia. Went to the Georgia National Championship game. I don't like Stetson Bennett at all. I hope he's okay. And just sending positive thoughts his way, man. Yeah, I'll always pull for people, and I really hope he's okay. Melissa says, John, did you see 49 Hours, how Bosa was joking with Jackson about trading tackles for sacks? I did not. I haven't watched it yet. I need to go watch that, and so I appreciate you bringing that forward to me. Thank you so much. Ronnie, do you think we see more 5-2 packages to stop the run versus the Rams? No. They run so much 11 personnel, one tight end, one running back. I always say it backwards. One running back, one tight end. No, I think we'll be in more nickel than anything. They do some 2 tight end packages, but no, I doubt it. But they want to keep 3 wide receivers out there pretty consistently. And if they do that, we'll stay in nickel. You look like Oren Burks played 8 snaps. We were in our 4-3 for 8 snaps. Now we did that 5-2 instead of our 4-3, a lot of that. So you've got a little bit more flexibility. I like the 5-2. Yeah, we'll see there. We'll see there. Great question. Nelson, he says, great first game. John, can't wait to see you in Jacksonville. Best road rally. Had a great time. What's up, Nelson? Appreciate you, man. And for those of you that are thinking about coming out to Jacksonville, y'all sure as hell better, because we've got the legend himself, Frank Gore, the inconvenient truth, going to be partying with us out there Saturday, November 11th from 2 to 6 p.m. We're going to be out there having a great time. We're going to be at the Underbelly, which is literally right next to the stadium on Bay Street downtown. So you want to come party with us? We got those tickets up. It's $20, man. $20. I don't want to tell you what it costs to get players out and rent venues downtown things. That's a whole nother story. But yeah, $20 to get in, see Frank Gore. We will be selling autograph packages and things like that if you want something like that, want to get something signed. But yeah, man, I hope you guys all come out, build memories, and it's always family friendly. You want your kid to become a diehard Niners fan? Let them meet Frank Gore. I'm telling you right now, change their world. You'll have a buddy watching every game with you all the time, him or her, doesn't matter. So, and kids get it free. Come on, man. Like, we got you. We got you guys. Kevin, John, we finally have a legitimate top 5 offense to go with the number 1 defense. Should be a great season. Which one's better? Which one's worse? I don't know. They're both great. It's ultimately balanced, perfectly balanced, as all things in life should be, right? Hashtag Thanos. Thanos was right, by the way. 49ers faithful forever. What's up, Josh? He says, Elijah Mitchell didn't look 100%. Maybe that's why. Yeah, Elijah Mitchell looked bad. He looked really bad. Vision was awful. Dropped a screen pass. Only got 5 carries, but he looked beyond bad. But Jordan Mason, he hasn't been practicing. I don't know. I think that there were just some of those carries you could have spread around. That's all. What's up, Jordan? He says, Rush Road Trip was a blast in Pittsburgh. Man, we had a good time. We really, really did. And just want to say thank you to the team. More people that I can announce that helped out was awesome. And just love the community. And I think as long as we constantly put the time, effort, and work in to build the community in a positive way, I think we'll continue to have success, and we'll continue to kind of build what we're trying to accomplish. And we want to provide a family atmosphere for people to, it's always the same 2 things. Always the same 2 things. What's a podcast for, right? Increase the fan experience, right? Build a positive community. This stuff is just simple. Yeah, I freaking love it. Break It 8, he says, John, it's a great day to be a Niner fan. You rock. Thank you, man. He says, thanks for all you do. Thanks. It's easy, whatever. That's the thing. I have the most fun at all these parties. That's what I feel selfish about a lot of times, because I'm having a better time than everybody else. What's up, Sean? How you doing? What did the film say about Ambry, Lenore, and the Oliver switch? Lenore was awesome. One bonehead play, got beat on another play where he was giving up too much of a cushion, and he didn't have any safety help. But Lenore was awesome in the nickel. Lenore was awesome outside. And Ambry, I think Ambry was better than Oliver. Neither were good. And so if you look at 20 players play defensive snaps for the 49ers, Sean, the 17th player was Isaiah Oliver. The 18th player was Ambry Thomas. And if we look at, here's the thing. Isaiah Oliver, he allowed 3 catches on 3 targets, had a missed tackle, he's not physical. Like, my biggest thing is whenever I watch Isaiah Oliver 2-6 out there, he does not want to hit. He literally puts his arms out and shrieks away. I'm just like, I do not see him wearing our jersey. Like, he doesn't fit. Now, I'm being critical. I'm not trying to be negative. And I hope that changes. When I see 26 go into the game, I'm watching 26 because I want him to accelerate his play to be on par with the rest of the 49ers. We haven't seen that yet. We didn't see it week 1. The physicality, him and Ahkello Witherspoon are the same damn player to me. They went to college together. Their draft write-ups were so similar. Good footwork, great athletes, former soccer guys, long corners. Not aggressive. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Ambry Thomas, he gave up 5 catches on 6 targets. Not good. Didn't have a missed tackle. Ambry Thomas is more physical than Isaiah Oliver, and that's a crazy statement because that's always been Ambry's kind of thing. You watch Demo, his nickname's the damn hyena. He's going in there and he wants to hit people. Ambry and Oliver, they're finesse type players. That's just who they are, which is crazy because Ambry, he's a Detroit guy. And, I thought he played well. He had 4 tackles, 1 assist, 1 solo stop. That was good, but he had 2 blown coverages. So, yeah, I don't know. I'd take Womack over Ambry and Oliver currently, but we're going to get it fleshed out. We really, really will. And with the Niners playing the Rams this week, they throwing that ball. They going to throw the ball. You look at QBR in the NFL, we're talking ranks. Number 1 quarterback rating or QBR in the NFL is Brock Purdy. Number 2, Matt Stafford. You got number 1 versus 2 this week. So the Rams, in my opinion, are a joke roster. Matt Stafford, you got 2 of the most important positions. You got pretty damn good players, and Matt Stafford and Aaron Donald, and you got a great coaching staff over there. You gotta. Niners got to do something here. That's all I got to say. Right here, Josh Burford was the worst offensive lineman on Sunday. Yeah. There's no doubt about that. The penalties, the pressures, he struggled, all those things. I'm with you. Juan, what's up, brother? He says, happy birthday. Always good to be with you, Juan. Such a good dude, man. Just such a good dude. Now, here's another thing I wanted to talk about. I went back. We did our every film breakdown where we do every offensive, defensive, special teams play. That's on the 49ers Rush and Patreon. Brock Purdy was awesome. But one of the things I don't think is being talked about enough, and I released this clip on YouTube last night, is how greedy Brock Purdy was in this game. Not once, not twice, but 3 times, Brock Purdy had an easy check down right in front of his face. And he said, nope, and just freaking went over the check down, higher degree difficulty of pass, and completed it 2 out of 3 times. I like that attitude, and for people that were arguing about Brock Purdy and kind of, whether he was good or bad or whatever, gunslinger, dink and dunk, whatever, this dude, he was lighting people up from 10 to 20 yards. That was his kind of, and that's great. I have no problem. And so there were 3 plays, and maybe more, but there were 3 plays that I vividly remember. There's a guy that he could just check down, easy completion. He said, nope, boom, and went after the first down, the big play. I love that. I really, really do. Colton McKivitz wasn't good, but 12 times, one-on-one with TJ Watt that I counted. That's a lot of times you're asking him to do that. And so that's huge. Oh, look at this. Speaking of awesome time in Pittsburgh, I could not be more honored and privileged than meeting the great Terror Dome and the Misses. It was so great seeing you guys. He just became a YouTube member, which is an awesome way to support the show. Thank you so much, Terror, and all the other people that are still out there. It means the world to me. So thank you so much, and appreciate your friendship, man. It was awesome to embrace and be able to make that connection. Juan says, my daughter still talks about meeting Fred Warner and Elijah Mitchell. Always a great party with the 49ers Rush. That was that Vegas draft party. That was awesome. And let me say this again. Oh, Detroit getting another mention. This is the 3rd Detroit mention this show. If the Niners have a first round pick, which is turned into a big if, we are throwing a party in Detroit now for the draft this upcoming year. You bet your rear end. If we do not have a first round pick, we probably not. But I would love to get some players out from the past, maybe from the current team, and get all that stuff set up. And so, yeah, we'll see there. Just building all those memories. You know what I mean? That's huge. Ed, you have to get Elijah in a rhythm, or he struggles to get him going, and he hasn't been practicing either. So I think that's coming. So yeah, I'm not too concerned about that. So yeah, we'll see there. We'll see there. Aiyuk versus Witherspoon. Happy. I don't even think Witherspoon's going to play. I don't know if you saw that dirty ass hit from DK Metcalf, little baby. Took that shot on him, and Witherspoon's injured because of it. So he might not be playing. And even if he is playing, he's banged up. And I'm not a Witherspoon guy. Not. I really hated the way his time ended here. And Kyle basically said, get the hell out of here. And I was looking forward to this matchup. Now I feel bad because DK Metcalf's ridiculous self, very difficult not saying some 4-letter words here. I hate dirty play like that. I don't mind physical play. I don't mind violent play. Dre Greenlaw is my favorite player in the freaking 49ers organization. He's my number one. What that dude did, get that bitch out of here, man. And I mean that. Like, that is no place in sports for that. Should be a crime what that dude did. And it's a coward move. That's the thing. You and me, we go at it. That's cool. You blindside me when a play's over. You just a coward. Anyway, I said I wasn't going to cuss. Y'all made me cuss. That's y'all's fault. That's y'all's fault. I take full responsibility. Anyway, couple other things that I wanted to talk about. Let's talk about Deebo. I want to talk about Deebo. I really do believe that this game was so different for Deebo Samuel because he won and he helped the team in ways he hasn't done so in the past. He did it as a pass-catching receiver and nuanced routes in great hands. That's not who Deebo's been. Deebo's been the yak guy, break tackles, run through people's souls, all that stuff. And that's going to happen. Like, those plays will come this year. I'm not worried about that at all. I just love the fact that this dude is getting nuanced in what he is as a wide receiver. That's what's crazy to me. There was a play. It was like, I might have been the very first offensive play in the second half. Brock Purdy, throws out, is a 10-yard out route, and it was a bad pass. It was not a good pass. It was low. And Deebo created enough separation. Nobody was around him. Deebo brought his pads low, and this is wide receiver 101. Lower your pads on a low pass. Get your pads to the level of the ball. Like, this is just wide receiver fundamentals. And so it was a low ball, and Deebo didn't bend at the waist, which you never want to do. He got his pads down, secured the catch. It was an 11-yard gain, got the first down, but he sacrificed all those yards after the catch. However, Deebo has led the NFL in drops. Deebo has been top 5 in the NFL in drops like 3 out of 4 years. He made some very, very high degree of difficulty catches. And, man, I love the way he mirrors the quarterback in the scramble drill. There were some plays that Deebo made that Deebo in the past would not have made. They would have been incompletions. And I freaking love that. I understand Aiyuk's get all the attention, and rightfully so. The whole point of this show is what are some of the deep dive things that I saw through film. I've watched the game at least 3 times through, offense, defense. I watch all 3 angles, so probably 5 or 6 times. Every single offensive play, defensive play. And it's up on the 49ersrush.com and our Patreon channel, description, the video and audio. You go watch it for yourself. Like, it's there. Deebo can add this to his game. Whew. Gonna be scary, man. It's gonna be scary. That's all I gotta say. It's going to be scary. I'm Team Deebo. That dude, everybody voted him. He's a captain. People are like, oh, Deebo's gone after this year. Where are these people coming from? How out of your damn mind do you have to be? Come on, man. Break it 80. Thank you for the super chat. He says, you're the GM. I'm the GM. Okay, I like this. How would you utilize the cap space, trade for a book and edge, right tackle, nickel, extend Aiyuk, roll over some to 2024, all of the above? My plan is I would love to roll over as much as possible. And I just want to kind of just chill. I just want to keep skating. We ain't in panic mode. We the best team in the NFL right now. I'm just waiting. Injury happens. Guess what? Yes, I'm going to be aggressive. You look at the amount of draft picks that we have currently. We have 12 draft picks next year. 12. We got our own first, second. We got 3 thirds. We got 2 fourths. We've got 2 fifths. We got 2 sixths and a 7th. So I'm just skating. Injury happens. Yes, I am bringing somebody in. My biggest concern right now is the nickel. That's my biggest concern right now. But I think the answer is Samuel Womack, personally. God, put him in there, man. So if I'm GM, I'm having a meeting with Kyle, and I'm saying, hey, let's get Quantress Knight and Samuel Womack some snaps at nickel, because I know they can be aggressive, and I know they can cover. That's what I would be doing. That's just my own personal take there. But I do not want to trade a lot of draft capital because we are going to need cheaper players. And the only way to do that is through the draft with those rookie contracts. So I want all those darts. Everybody kept saying, man, there's no way we can keep all these players on our roster. Guess what? Not one rookie went elsewhere. Not one that we drafted. Now, one of them's on the PUP, Darrell Luter Jr. One of them's on season-ending IR, Cameron Latu. But guess what? We got them all. You can find ways to keep them. And the 49ers are usually pretty good at that with this roster. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just waiting to see. I'm not panicking. I'm going to the dance with the girl who I went with. You know what I'm talking about? Like, that's who I'm sticking with. And I like where we're at currently. I really, really do. So I don't think it's time to, we got to go do this. We got to go do that. We ain't there. We ain't there yet. So we're okay. This is a good question. Ronnie, he says, John, do you think Jauan Jennings gets more snaps this week? Jauan Jennings, his usage was interesting. Now, Jauan Jennings isn't at his best against man coverage. And the Steelers ran a lot of man, which is why Aiyuk was wide open. And I kept telling all you guys, Aiyuk going to have a game. Aiyuk going to have a game. You know, Jauan Jennings got 22 snaps. There were 68 total. So he got about 1/3 of the snaps. If you're going to take, okay, let's say you want Jennings to get more snaps. You've got to take a tight end or you've got to take a fullback off. And that's difficult. Kittle had 47 snaps. Warner had 21 snaps. Where's Kyle Juszczyk, my man? He had 42. Yeah, so if you add all of Kyle Juszczyk and all of Jauan Jennings, that's pretty much it. So do you want Juice to go from 42 to 35 and get those 7? I don't have a problem with Jauan Jennings getting 22 snaps. I will say this about Jauan Jennings. He didn't show up in the stat sheets. 85.7 run block grade. Dude pancaking people out there. And so I do want that a little bit more often out there, but that's a matchup thing. There will be times when you will go with a lot more of Jauan Jennings, but here's the thing with how Pittsburgh plays. You go big personnel, they stay in there 3-4. You got 4 linebackers out there. You bring in Jauan Jennings, now they're more of like a 3-3 with a nickel. But here's the thing. When they're in their traditional 3-4, that's going to mean even more man coverage and one-on-ones for Brandon Aiyuk, and that's why Aiyuk had the day. So Jennings, 22 snaps, I'm not too upset about. I'd like it to be more, but that was a matchup thing with bad corners. Now, here's what's crazy. Look who you have this week. Probably the worst cornerback crew in the entire NFL with the Rams. So yeah, that's I don't know. But yeah, there's a lot of guys. I don't want to take Juszczyk off. I'm okay taking, instead of 2 tight ends, a little bit more Jauan Jennings because he is a baller. He is a tone setter. I do love all that. Right here, 66% completion. This is from Terradome. 222 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a play made. Brock Purdy, he gives you 30 points. We scored 30 points in 7 out of 10 of the games he's played in. It's about as good as it gets. Scott, yeah, the dink and duck narrative on Brock couldn't be more wrong. Yeah, we threw 2 screens. One of them was dropped by Elijah Mitchell. We threw 2 screens the whole game. Yeah, I ain't buying that, man. I am not buying that. And now he was more aggressive this game than any game I remember. That's it. Matt, he says, do you post where to sit at games? I just bought some tickets to a game and want to see if I'm close to y'all. Man, we kind of bounce around. I'm balling on a budget over here. I try really, really hard not to spend a lot of money on the game tickets just because I go to too many of them that it eats up a lot of profit that the show makes. My favorite place to sit is between the 20-yard lines, upper deck, as low as I can get, if that makes sense, because that gives me that aerial down view and I can see the coverages develop and everything. That's where I prefer to sit. And, you know, if you guys ever got an extra ticket to a game and you guys want somebody to sit with you, hit your boy up. I'd be more than happy to join you. But, yeah, we'll take that for what you will. Let's see here. Let's keep scrolling. Now, before we jump over to the defense. We only halfway done with this episode. We got more to talk about, baby. And if you guys bet with us last week, you're welcome. You made enough profits in week 1 for the whole month, but we're not done. We're going to keep going. Time to make the week even better. Betting with mybookie.ag gives you all the entertainment that you could ever want added onto watching your 49ers play. So here's what you do. You go to mybookie.ag, use promo code 49ers, or you can just highlight this little QR code next to me or the link in this description of this video or podcast. And when you sign up, this is awesome. They have a 10% cash bonus. So anything that you deposit, a minimum of $45, 10% of your first deposit comes with a one-time rollover. You're not going to find better odds than that anywhere in the betting industry. So head over there, bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. That's what's up. That's what's up. We'll have all of our bets of the week posted for Jerry Rice Teared Up. And so if you haven't joined the 49ersrush.com or our Patreon channel, let me just break it down for you. It's Frank Gore tier gets you every video breakdown that we do for years. You get it all. As soon as you sign up, you have access to everything. Jerry Rice tier and above gets you Zoom hangouts, betting, and all that stuff. And we're making you money on those ones if you're betting with us. And then, so that's kind of the way that it goes this year. Just want to put that out there. And to get back to your question earlier, Matt, this community belongs together. And I get messages every single week saying, hey, I'm coming to the game by myself. I don't know anybody. I'd like to be around 49ers fans. And I always say, man, in this chat, you are safe. You're safe. Not saying put out your personal information and stuff like that, but hey, man, you want to meet up at this bar, Fault Line Brewery, right next to the stadium, 1 mile away. They don't pay me anything, but it's a good, cool spot. Meet up at the bar, and a lot of people go there before games and come hang out. Come out to our tailgates. We're going to put you with some people, man. My favorite thing that we have ever accomplished at the 49ers Rush anything is when we have parties and people meet each other and exchange information, and then they're friends. That's what it's about. And we have that here. So, I hope you can figure something out. And for all those people that are talking about tickets, let me just tell you, wait. Even the Steelers game, which everybody's like, oh, ticket's going to go up. I checked 1 hour before I walked to the thing, and the tickets I was watching were $150 cheaper a piece. Wait. It's never worked. It's failed one time. And that was the Raiders game on New Year's, which I guess I should have known. Sid, what's up? Speaking of amazing people in this 49ers community, she says, happy birthday. Question is nickel the weakest link on our defense? If not, what is? Yes, you are correct. And nickel would be number 1. I don't know what number 2 is. There's not a number 2. It is solid. Outside corner, not an issue for me. Defensive end was an issue, not after week 1. Can Cleveland Farrell, can Kerry Hyder, and most importantly, Drake Jackson do what they did? Yeah, it's nickel. It's nickel. And if you bring in Ambry Thomas and kick, Demo inside, Demo was great at nickel. So if you want another outside corner and keep Demo inside, which I don't want him missing snaps, his personality, it's the first time we had a corner that had the personality that we want. So people were upset with Demo last year because he was giving up contested catches. But you're talking about 2 corners in Charvarius Ward and Demo that want to freaking knock the crap out of people when they run the ball towards them. And so you've got the D-line, which is the strength of this team. You've got 2 of the best linebackers in the NFL that are so violent and just want to kill people. You got Hufanga and Gibson that they've got a track record for hitting. Now you got 2 outside corners that want to tackle. You're just missing that one guy. And so far through their careers, Ambry and Isaiah Oliver haven't shown it. So yeah, we'll see there. What's up, Steven? How you doing, man? He says Niners got serious weapons on both sides of the ball. Rams got to defend themselves with Witherspoon. I don't even know if he's going to play. I really don't know if he's going to play. But I watched that Rams Seahawks game, and the whole time I was like, this is not a good football team. Either one. This is not a good football game. It was sloppy. It was gross. Like, Seahawks looked terrible. Seahawks can get better. Week 1's always weird, but I ain't scared of either of those two teams at all. Now, let's transition. I'm getting away from myself. We got the second half of the program to go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. I'm here with my peeps, having a great time. Hopefully you're enjoying this too. Let's talk about the top 5 ranks for the 49ers defense after week 1. Okay, this is just top 5. There's more, but I just went through all the top 5 out of 32. Overall points allowed, 3rd. Interceptions allowed, 3rd. Rush attempts, 1st. They ran the ball 10 times against us. 10 times against us. I said in my previous show, I don't think that Najee Harris is getting 40 yards. He got 31, I think, 32. Like, so damn good. Rush yards allowed, 1st. Rush touchdowns allowed, 1st. Average time per drive, 4th. Our defense wasn't on the field that much. Do you guys remember how many snaps I told you Bosa was going to play? 35. How many snaps did Bosa play? I think I said about 35. He played 35. He was out there the whole first half because it was 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. I'm not even exaggerating. That's how many 3 and outs it was to start the game. That's how damn good we were defensively. Average time per drive, 4th. Points per drive, 3rd. Hurries, quarterback hurries, 2nd. Quarterback knockdowns, 5th. Sacks, 3rd. Ultimate pressures, 1st. And we had one of the lowest blitz rates in the entire NFL. So we're getting at the quarterback at a greater rate. We're only doing it with 4, which means the backside coverage got an extra guy over the top. Tayshaun Gibson, baby. That's a lot of very, 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 very good rankings. Yeah, right here. Steven says Najee Harris got lit up by All-Pro Fred and said, "Nah, I'm good." Well, here's what's crazy. I want to look at here. I got to go to my mock draftable. I got to break out my draft research because Najee Harris is 6'1", 232, right? Here, I'm going to share my screen. I don't do this very often because my whole thing is just a freaking nightmare. Uh-oh, did I just ruin everything? Here we go. So look at Najee Harris's chart. Like, here we go. Let's go back to halfback. Like, he is 6'1", 238. Like, look how big this dude is. Like, and to do that to that guy, to just totally eat that dude's lunch. Whew. That was awesome. And I got to say this, this in my notes. That play happened because of one guy. Now, Fred Warner is Fred Warner. But the play that allowed him to go just seamlessly, ISO, one-on-one, Oklahoma drill, who's better than who, was Javon Kinlaw. It was Javon Kinlaw. And, was Kinlaw perfect this game? He was not. He was not. But he made so many positive plays back to back to back to back to back. I counted 2 negatives. He played 24 snaps. I counted 2 negatives. That's it. That's it. He killed double teams. He helped everybody around him. I really thought that he just played very, very well. Right here, Debster. Shout out to Debster. She's freaking positivity. Amazing person. Appreciate you. I hope Kinlaw keeps shutting up all the haters. Such an easy guy to root for. Right here, CJ. Yeah, earlier in the chat, he called it. Kinlaw was the reason Fred lit up Harris. Nailed it. Facts, man. That's exactly correct. And so shout out there. And then let's stick with the tackles. Josh, we learned Armstead is still an absolute force inside. All right, I'm going to go on a little basketball analogy here. Let me just say this. Here's my new take on Arik Armstead. And this could be the worst take of all takes. And I appreciate you guys. I know you're going to put me in my place here and whatever else. I don't care. Arik Armstead is Steve Nash. That's who he is. Armstead makes every other player. He assists everybody the whole time. Leads the team in pressures, but in his pressures, other people get the sacks. He leads interceptions. You go back to Jimmy Ward. Okay, Jimmy Ward, I think, had 3 interceptions his entire career. Then he had 3 last year. 2 of those were because of Arik Armstead pressures. This year, another interception because of a pressure. Quarterback hit led to an INT. Pressure up the middle leads to Drake sack. Second highest double team rate this game. Number 1 was Hargrave. Number 2 was none other than 91, Arik Armstead. The amount of stunts that the 49ers ran, Arik Armstead is always the first to go and just opens up the passing lane or the rushing lane for everybody else. I'm telling you guys, I could not be more, I don't know. That I say this all the time. The litmus test for if people understand the game of football, if you ask them about Arik Armstead and George Kittle, that's it. Now, let's listen to their coach, Mike Tomlin. This is a longer clip, but I love this. Oh,
disappointing day for us. Not how we wanted to perform. While at the same time, you got to compliment those guys because it unfolded in the manner in which they desired for it to. And oftentimes in games like this, man, the teams that win, the game unfolds more to their personality than the opponent. And no question, the game unfolded in the manner in which we talked about the style of play that they like to play. As far back as I talked to you guys on Tuesday, I thought they did a really good job of staying on schedule on offense and being in manageable third downs that allowed them to win enough of those third downs or to reduce you in those circumstances where you can't create splash. On the other side of the ball, we didn't win enough possession downs to be competitive, man. You can't start games, I think 0-5 on third down and think that you're going to have the type of day that you desire. You got to win the weighty downs. And it's just more than just to kind of identifying that component, man. It was a failure on our part in all areas. We got to coach better. We got to play better. We talked about a lot of the things and worked on a lot of the things that unfolded in the ways that we didn't want them to. And so we go back to the drawing board. We accept responsibility, obviously, for the outcome. We compliment those guys on the quality work that they did. We absorb the negativity that comes with how we perform today, and we go back to work. We got to prepare them better. They got to play better. We got kicked in the teeth today.
We got kicked in the teeth today. And we heard all week, what did Steve Wilkes say about Arik Armstead? He is the blueprint for how we want to play defense. Everyone helps everyone. We all make each other better. And I love this question, Chuck. How much does Greenlaw help Warner, or would he do his thing with or without? Let me just say this. So Warner is different. I just finished the second half defensive breakdown, and I did a whole 2.5, 3 minute rant on how great Warner is and why he's so special in coverage. And it's loading now and so I'll get that up on the sites, the 49ersrush.com and our Patreon channel. Just type in 49ers and Patreon. Warner is all world. He's all world. And I don't care where you put him. The times that Warner has struggled is when defensive tackles in front of him can't hold their own. That sure as hell wasn't a problem this past week. If you just let him run around and you get those offensive linemen away from him in the middle, he's an all-pro all the damn time. But the complementary factor of Drake Greenlaw and Fred Warner, the cover, Drake Greenlaw, when he first stepped into the NFL, was one of the best tackling linebackers day one. The violence, the instincts, the wingspan, the closing, the way that he tackles, one of the best in the NFL his rookie year. But he struggled in pass coverage. You can't say that anymore. I almost cussed right there. I got so into it. You can't say that anymore. What that dude continues to do, it is just, I don't know, man. He's pretty damn good. That's all I got to say. And he just totally has excelled. And yeah, they feed off of each other. But when Azeez was there, you would say the same thing too. Now go look at Azeez in Tennessee. He's the captain of the damn defense. His first year there. The Niners evaluate linebackers better than any position. And they got guys coming in the wings now. They got guys coming in the wings, which I'm excited about. But Warner is Warner. I don't care where you put Warner. He's going to be Warner. Greenlaw's a little bit different, but golly, man. I freaking, we are so spoiled. And we have been. Look at this, Steven. Willis and Bowman hold a special place in my heart, but Fred Warner is my favorite linebacker to ever play in a Niners jersey. Dude looks like the Predator out there. Did you watch Javon Hargrave was on the Richard Sherman podcast? Look at me supporting his show. Support my show, Rich. Nah, I'm just joking. And he's like, the funny thing is, like, you know, Javon Hargrave's defensive tackle, linebackers behind him. You can't see him. But he's like, you hear Fred coming because Fred starts screaming before he gets there. And so Fred would be running at somebody going, like a banshee before he hits him. And then after he hits him. And like, he's different. I remember, when these comparisons started, Bowman Willis, Warner Greenlaw. And I remember saying that I thought Greenlaw could be up there with Warner, and people made fun of me, and Aziz is better and all that stuff. The Niners have something special, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon. Fred Warner, here's the biggest difference, if you want me to be honest with you. I felt like Patrick Willis had a lot more competition at the top linebacker spot than Fred Warner does now. There's nobody else with him. It's just him up there. Man, I'm pumped. Well, my voice is saying this show is over. We made it past an hour. Y'all are the best. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. I got to stop talking. All right. Peace out and stay strong, faithful.